The intuitive idea of limit. The idea of limiting process emerged with the development of calculus. In 17th century, Sir Isaac Newton and Gottfried Leibniz used the concept of limit in terms of infinitesimally small quantities. Later in 1821, Augustin Louis Cauchy explained the limit in terms of closeness of successive values of variables. However, it was Carl Weierstrass who formulated a precise definition of limit that we use nowadays. The idea of limiting process has a special role in social, economical, physical and biological problems where a certain kind of prediction or estimation is required. As all such problems can be modeled by mathematical functions, solutions to these problems may be finding the nature or behavior of the concerned function at a particular point. Informally, the behavior of a function near an input is known to be the limit of the function at that point. Let us study the behavior of the mathematical function f x equal to x cube minus 8 divided by x minus 2 near x equal to 2. The natural domain of the function is the set of all real numbers excluding 2. Simplifying the formula by cancelling the common factor x minus 2, the function f x can be reduced to x square plus 2x plus 4, which can be written as x plus 1 the whole square plus 3, where x not equal to 2. The graph of the function is a parabola with a hole at x equal to 2, that is, with one point 212 removed from the graph. Though the function is not defined at x equal to 2, the formula gives values of f x for all the points around 2. See the table of pairs x f x corresponding to x values close to 2. As x changes successively like 1.7, 1.8, 1.85, 1.9, 1.95, 1.99, 1.999, 1.9999, that is, as x approaches 2 from left, f x gets close to the value 12. This value 12 is called left limit of the function f x when x tends to 2. We write this as limit x tends to 2 minus f x equal to 12. Similarly, when x changes values 2.3, 2.2, 2.15, 2.1, 2.05, 2.01, 2.001, 2.0001, that is, as x approaches 2 from right, we see that f x gets close to the value 12. This value 12 is called right limit of the function when x tends to 2, and we write this as limit x tends to 2 plus f x equal to 12. Here, when x approaches 2, whether from left or right, f x tends to 12. So, we say the function f x has limit 12 when x tends to 2, and it is written as limit x tends to 2 of f x equal to 12. Now, we define what is limit of a function. Let f x be a function defined on an open interval about x naught except possibly at x naught. If f x gets arbitrarily close to L as x is sufficiently close to x naught, we say that L is the limit of the function f x when x tends to x naught. Let us take an example to find the limit x tends to 3 of f x, where f x is defined by f x equal to minus x when x less than 3, x square when x greater than or equal to 3. Here, the function is defined piecewise on R. The graph of the function looks as in figure. When we observe the behavior of the function near 3 using the graph and table, we see that when x approaches 3 from left, f x becomes closer to minus 3, that is, limit x tends 3 minus f x equal to minus 3. Whereas, when x approaches 3 from right, f x is closer to 9, that is, limit x tends to 3 plus f x equal to 9. See that these values are not coinciding, that is, f x cannot be made closer to a fixed number L, however x is made closer to 3. So, we say the function f x has no limit as x approaches 3. It should be noted that the limit of a function exists only if both left and right limits are equal. Let us take another example, a function f from R to R defined by f x equal to x. If x naught is a real number, then find the limit x tends to x naught of f x. The graph of the function is straight line as in the figure. Here x naught is any real number when x approaches x naught, whether from left or right, f x approaches f x naught, which is equal to x naught. So, limit extends to x naught of f x is equal to x naught. Another example, let k be a fixed real number and f from R to R be defined by f x is equal to k. Limit extends to f x, where x naught is in R. The graph of the function is a straight line as in the figure. Let x naught be any real number. When x approaches x naught, whether from left or right, f x approaches k itself. So, limit extends to x naught of f x is equal to k. To find the limit extends to 0 x sin 1 by x, where x not equal to 0, as sin t always lies between minus 1 and plus 1, x into sin 1 by x lies between minus x and x for all x not equal to 0. So, when x approaches 0 from right, f x oscillates between the lines y equal to x and y equal to minus x and approaches 0. Similarly, when x approaches 0 from left, the situation is similar. So, limit extends to 0, x into sin 1 by x is equal to 0. To find the limit extends to 0 of f x, if f x is defined by f x is equal to 1 by x, where x not equal to 0, from the graph of the function, we see that when x approaches 0 from right side, f x becomes larger and larger and not coming closer to a fixed number. So, the function has no right limit. Similarly, we can see that the function has no right limit, and hence limit extends to 0 of f x does not exist.